Hello, so last week I confessed that we actually had a weekend off, so now it's payback time. I've just broken up from work for a week's holiday, and the whole week is going to be spent here doing stuff in the house. So the big thing we're actually going to prepare for at the moment is we're going to have the scaffolding, or what I call a bird cage scaffolding, put here in the entrance hall. The reason for that is we can't actually get up here to 3 stories high to actually put the final installation at the top of there, get the insulation into the roof sections there, and the insulation and OSB boarding onto these bits here. So tomorrow morning scaffolders are going to arrive and actually fill this area here with the scaffolding we need, and then once Helen and I have finished doing all of that internal boarding, etc., the plasterers will come in and actually do the plastering of this central area. They still haven't actually done the bit underneath the stairs, balcony, etc., which covers the dining room. So we've got to clear out all the stuff that's in this area, obviously. So we've got a load of plaster there from the plasterers that they've left, a few odds and sods over there, but most importantly we're actually going to lose our temporary stairs for at least as long as the scaffolding's in here, because the scaffolding's got to go as close to that wall as possible. We've already taken the banisters off the stairs because we couldn't get the bath upstairs with the banisters on, so that's already gone. So next job, here we come, is actually just clearing this up. We're also going to move this heavy industrial boarding we've got here, which we've just been using as protection, and make sure that's right the way over there, because as you can just see in this corner, that's the finished tiles just there, and obviously we need to protect those as much as possible. So we've now got the first layer of mist coat actually on the kitchen lounge, and which has brightened it up no end. Also made it look a lot larger. You can see there on the, just here, this is the temporary stairs that have now been taken down in order to get the scaffolding into the void. That's done here, and we've actually started to put the mist coat in here in the utility room. So I'm sad to report today we have actually had a casualty on the site. My boots. According to Helen, these are now health and safety risks, and I need to actually go find another pair and swap them. I'm rather attached to these boots. I've used them to go up the Alps in Switzerland, up to Alps. They've been all over the Snowdonia Hills around the Mac Loop, and they've served well on the plot for a year. So it's certainly goodbye to an old friend. Okay, so we now have the bird cage scaffold in the void, so we can start working on it. So we've managed to keep it so that we can still get through the front door, which is quite good, because we're expecting some more deliveries this week, and that makes it just far more convenient. If I look back towards the door, you can see the underneath scaffolding here, and a ladder there going up. It's an extremely tight opening. I did ask the scaffolder and he said that British standard is 2 boards wide for the trapdoor, so that's what we've got, and it's about 2 inches too short for my shoulders. So this is up on the first working platform, so it's more or less at the same floor height as the first floor, a couple of inches high maybe, and it allows you access now into the void area. There's Shorty up there working away already. We've only had the thing done for about an hour, and what are you doing at the moment?
I'm putting on insect mesh and the heat vents. So this is where the insulation is going to sit, and you have to have a void for air to move to stop the rafters rotting.
Right here.
And this makes sure that you push the insulation up the corrugations always leave the airflow coming up from the eaves.
Okay. And then behind her is the bit of wall, that's the original wall in there with the insulation. And then we have to fit more of the 50mm insulation plus battening plus airtight membranes on that. So we can now actually get up here and do that. And then if I just swing round over this way, we have another platform which allows us to get right up into the eaves to do even more of that. So this is up on the top platform and we are right up in the eaves here. I actually can't stand up very well in it. Just put that down there. There's Shorty carrying on with her work. As you can see in here, if you look at this end, this is the end eaves and that's the loft, so we need to put insulation in all of this. On this side we'd already started, and that's 100mm thick solid insulation, so that's all got to be done on that side. We've also got to do the same over on this side in those bits there, and then fill those bits just behind Helen in with insulation, roll insulation, and then put OSB up to this level to actually seal this entire void. Also a whole load of airtight membrane as well. You can also see right up here in the rafters we've actually got a plenum for the mechanical heat ventilation system to actually try and extract hot air from the hottest point, push it back through the system. You can also see loads of the mechanical heat ventilation piping up here as well. So that's the stuff running into our bedroom, our ensuite and the walk-in wardrobe.
Right, that one is slightly generous, but if we put the other ones in, it might push it.
Okay, well, shall we start at the other end?
Yeah.
Well, let's fit them and see what they look like. That one's the one over there. Oh, actually, this one's going to have nothing to hold it. So.
Wedged.
There you go.
Yep, that just down slightly. That'll do. Not so wedged.
Glad that was on video. Okay?
Yeah.
Right, can you hold it for a second?
Yeah.
I didn't think we'd be back doing this again. Happy with that one?
Yep. I don't think if you don't put any more screws through if you don't need to.
No?
No?
Okay.
They're just cold bridges.
So just tape it.
Yeah. Actually, I'll leave that long one to that short one to you.
Cheat. I hate this stuff. Got nice long towels like yours, it gets up easy for you.
I've got so many other long calories anymore.
Really? So how's it going up here on the scaffolding then, Whiffle?
I always hate working on scaffolding. Always having to remember where your feet are. I mean, there's a lovely big hole right next to me for getting the insulation boards up and down. And you just always got to have it on your mind. Where are your feet? Where are your feet? And it's just nerve-wracking, and you feel tense all the time. So it tires you out really quickly. Some people are really used to it, love heights and all this sort of thing. I'm not one of those people, and neither are you.
No, that's true. So how's the airtighting going?
I've just put the insulation around the window, all the airtight up on that side where they'd missed the airtight membrane out. I've taped it all up and it's looking lovely and neat. We've just got so much to do. It's quite frightening.
Not sure this is what you actually definitely want to see, but this is Helen dangling down from the Bird Cage scaffolding. Is it comfy sitting on the edge?
Well, got the bar, so I don't feel like I'm going to fall straight off.
Okay, while Helen's been swinging around on the scaffolding, putting in additional insulation and doing the airtight membrane, I've actually been downstairs starting to put paint onto the raw plasterboard. This is called mist coating. Mist coating is something I'd never heard of before we started this. In previous projects we've actually used a watered down UPVA glue on the plasterboard, but by all accounts that's not the thing you should do. You should use this mist coat. I've heard of undercoat before, but not mist coat. But all mist coat is basically is a brilliant white trade emulsion that you water down about 20%, mix it all up, and then apply. You tend to put on at least 2 coats of it. We intend to put on 2 coats on all the walls and all the ceilings in brilliant white. And then you tend to apply 1 or 2 finishing coats of the colour that you actually want at the end. So the ceilings can probably still be brilliant white. Walls are going to vary. For instance, in this room we're going to be going with a deep dark blue. I'm not sure how well that will actually show up. Let's put it a bit there. So the walls here will be that nice colour, and they're going with a deep dark wood floor, which what these packs are just here. But while I was actually doing the mist coating here, painting away, I actually started to do some mental math on how much we've actually got to paint in this house. So the basic square footage of the house, ground floor, top floor and together, is about 250 square metres. So I've got exactly that in ceilings in effect. So if we're going to paint 4 coats onto the ceilings, 2 mist, 2 final, then that's 1,000 square metres of painting just to do the ceilings. If I then add in all of the walls, I would say that's at least double that, so let's say 500 square metres. So to put 4 coats onto that is another 2,000 square metres. So add those 2 together and you're up to at least 3,000 square metres of painting, which is actually quite daunting and time consuming as well. And in some cases, like this room, we're up against it. The flooring's here and the fitters for the flooring are meant to actually be arriving on Friday, so that's 5 days time. So we really need to get this room completely painted before they arrive, and they're also doing the snug at the same time, so we need to get the snug all painted by that point in time. In the meantime, we've also got to do all of the work that's requiring the scaffolding so that we can then get the plasterers back in to fit the insulation, plasterboard, etc., and do the painting on that. So this next week really is going to be a rush, and it's a good job I've actually got the week off, because I think it's going to be long, hard days every day for the following week.